Alright guys, so today's episode of Full Day at Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna be testing out Meilong on my extra deck. If you guys don't know who Meilong is, it's a good card to have in your deck for the Blue Eyes matchup. When it gets sent to the graveyard, just like a lot of cards, like when they get sent to the graveyard after their effects, you can target a face card in your opponent's field and bounces to their hand. So I'm trying it out today to see how I like it, because I noticed a few OCG players when Ryzel got hit and Blue Eyes started to reign supreme for a little bit, they started side decking that card and or adding it into their extra deck. So they side in their Ultimate Slayer, so I have a good synchro target to send, because you get a 2-for-1 special, as I like to call it. So that's going to be pretty good to test out. I know Blue Eyes is going to be everywhere. It's locals, and it's not Valentine's Day like last week, where a lot of people who was going to play the deck competitively weren't there with their girlfriends. But we don't have girlfriends over here. We play Yu-Gi-Oh! So also, I changed my deck up a little bit. I took Typhon out of my deck. I don't go into Typhon like that a lot, so I'm testing my deck without Typhon to see if I miss it today. And alongside for that Utopic Ray card, that you can overlay him on top of a XYZ monster you control. Then he reduces the attack power of all your opponent's attack position monsters, all your opponent's monsters by 500. Then when he goes to battle phase, everything in attack mode gets their effect negated. So it's really cool, something I want to try out. So local starting in about 8 minutes. I'm about to head to the shop, so I should catch you guys after round one, unless I figure out something interesting to talk about or go into. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round one of the tournament, ended up playing against, guess what deck, guys? Blue Eyes. And this was pretty funny because it's playing against a subscriber who I haven't seen in a while. I used to send my old locals near games from like pre-C19 era, so it's been a while. You know what I'm saying? He just got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the Blue Eyes decks. And he told me my videos helped him out, which was pretty dope. So Abyss Dweller during the draw phase, standard Dweller, Detonator, Blind Dweller, unless I know what you're doing, but that's neither here or there. So I just went Abyss Dweller, Detonator. He couldn't really do much. Then I do Guards, double Detonators, attack for game. Because I know Blue Eyes typically, they don't do much, but they do enough. They do enough to lock you out. So game two, I drove him after he did the Sage and Blue Eyes play, which is really good, as you guys see, because he set one pass. However, with me having Bonfire, he ashed it. I normally my sword, he Veilered it, and then I think I went for Dual Drive and he Veilered again. Or something along them lines. I'm like, well, crap, I can't do anything. He had like 3 hand traps. I'm like, well, I pass, and then on his turn, he just doing Blue Eyes shenanigans, and I'm finna get cooked right here, because as you guys can see, I'm down on resources. My face down was pretty much an imperm, I think, and I'm just like, yeah, if my top deck ain't done this, GG, no really well played. Then coming into game 3, he's not really gonna draw hand traps outside of Nibiru. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna go standard Ryzel combo, which plays around Nibiru, which is why I think Nibiru sucks personally. I know it's a good card. I know people run it. I know the pros run it. I don't like it because I think the card sucks, because most decks in their standard combo lines can play around it, and you need Nibiru to be good with multiple other cards to be relevant. So I don't like cards for that. But nevertheless, I did the same thing I did to him game 1, and I ended up winning. Catch you guys in the next clip. All right, guys, round 1 is over. Ended up playing against a subscriber of mine who I haven't seen in forever using Blue Eyes. I guess the meme is true. Everyone's going to be playing Blue Eyes this week at locals. I haven't seen my boy Chang over there playing Blue Eyes. But anyway, game 1 was expected. I went first. He had no hand traps. I went full combo, and he couldn't play. Game 2, I had a decent hand, not going to lie. But he had like 2 to 3 interruptions, and I'm like, oof, pass. And he hit sword, normal summon, and he hit the dual drive, and he had like everything. I'm like, oh, well, I can't play. I had roll, but it wasn't enough. So I lost game 2. Then game 3, I went first. His only hand trap was Nib. Ryzel plays around Nib. I got the field spell, so it was GG, no very well played. So, man, I think there's 3 more rounds left. Crowded house tonight. You guys can see in the room right here. It's Edison and it's standard. There's more people playing right here. Not on this side. Dragon Ball Z's playing in the back. And yeah. Apparently Goku went Super Saiyan 4 and Dragon Ball Z Daima. That's canon apparently now. I don't know if you guys are Dragon Ball fans, but what do you think about Goku going Super Saiyan 4? I really think it's dope. Makes me want to watch Daima now, because apparently it's getting really good. But anyway, I'm about to look into that later, and I'm going to catch you guys after round 2. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys. Coming into round 2 of the tournament, I'm playing with my boy Gabe and his Malice deck. And yeah, this is a really goofy game, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I was on this game. I just tweaked, bro. I ain't gonna lie. So I started off pretty good. Exit, sword. He wallows me. Why did I do the same misplay I did at the regionals when I played against my boy Connor at the Rosemary regionals a few months ago? I went Talons, then made the XYZ monster. That was a bad play. Do not do that. You always go XYZ monster first, then Talons the hand rip if you're gonna continue to play. What I should have went was Detonator, then Talents, and Pass. That was the better play to make. However, I just wasn't thinking it, and yeah, I paid for it, honestly. So I was a little irritated I misplayed, made some questionable mistakes further in that game, and ended up lost because he just had too much gas. And once you give Malice an inch, they take a mile. No pun intended. Game 2, I'm just going to break, honestly, all side X. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. Sometimes it just be like that, but my own misplays cost me the game 1, so that could have changed the whole state of the game. All right, guys, round 2 is over. I got cooked by my buddy Gabe using his Malice deck. So game 1, I kind of punted. He was telling me I should have made Detonator, which I think about it now, I agree with 100%. So he follows me. I talents into his hand. He had a handful of biscuits. I debated on just going full combo and on Detonator Pass. Detonator Pass with the field spell. But I just went dual drive, gave him a card, grabbed field spell, set plug, and pass. And I had imperm, so I'm like, okay, well, if he has a starter and a trap, he didn't have a starter and a trap, so luckily for him, when he drew off of Wallows, he drew against a starter. Then on his top deck, he drew a trap. And he also had the Bestial, so I couldn't, so when he set one, I imperm, he chain trap, and then pretty much punished my play, obviously. So, yeah, I got cooked game 1. I was gambling, and I lost the gamble. But I should have just went on Detonator. It was the least risky play thinking about it, so he was definitely right on him. Game 2, I just bricked. Opened up Judgment, Talents, Node, and like freaking Judgment, Talent, Node, and like something. It was just a bad hand. Imperm. So, yeah. He goes, some Malice. I'm like, Judgment. I'm like, screw that. He had Bestial for the follow-up, and then attack. My top deck was nothing. I just set it, card pass, make no, attack over, Link Garibo. His turn, attack with Bestial for game. So, yeah, nothing I can do about that, but game 1, I probably should have played it better. So, yeah, 2 more rounds left, and we'll see if I can finish on out X1 at least. And, hey, man, like I said, iron sharpens iron. I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round 3 of the tournament, I'm playing with my boy Tim and his Tempai deck, and yeah, man, this was a rough game. I ain't gonna lie, dog. It was pretty good. I won the dice roll, so I'm like, okay, I know he's playing Tempai. The game plans definitely go Detonator, Baguska Pass, and so that's pretty much what I did. And the only thing that sucks though about his build, he plays Board Breaker. So even though I do end on this, I know he main decks things like, or at least the last one we played, Ultimate Slayer, things like that. And you guys see right there, the man had Copper Cyclone, the Feather Duster, the pretty much whole Saiyan Kaiman, all that crap. So luckily for me, my field was just really good. And I had plays for days just to defend myself. But even then, man, Book of Eclipse was just really good. He had Sales Band, but he said he misplayed. He probably should have did a Sales Band called Detonator Effect, and he probably would have had it. And I'm like, oh, yeah, man, it'd be like that, though. So going into the game, too, I'm like, man, only that sucks about Board Breaker decks, it's like it's kind of hard to side against them. So it's kind of like, well, you just got to just pray for the best, honestly. I mean, usually when I go first, I side in things like some judgments and things like that, but because decks like Tempai, it's still like, do I really want to side that stuff against Tempai? So I did draw him off the Upstart Goblin. He had a pass. But you guys can see right here, because of the Board Breakers and him eating my back row with the Sky Sharker spells and traps, he was able to do a lot of stuff. So he started doing Tempai plays. I'm doing my Rival plays. And I'm just trying to come back, but since he Cosmic Cyclone and got rid of my field spell, I was kind of like, man, Rivals is good, but man, I need a way to recycle my stuff. I started running out of resources pretty freaking quick. And then against decks like Tempai, they grind, especially with everything they doing, especially because he's running into the Skystarker engine. I was trying to just slow him down, but man, I wasn't really much I could do. But he did top deck move for club, started going for more Tempai plays with Promethean Princess, and then yeah, GG no real well play. I got cooked. Like I thought I was gonna win, but he ended up losing because of it. And in game 3, man, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little salty. I ain't gonna lie, not in a real bad way though. I mean, I did what I did, and he just pretty much he played that one card that says neither player because some of the monsters, so we both have this set, and that gives Tempai an advantage because they can literally just steal wins. Cold Wave just steals wins out of nowhere, and that's pretty much what happened in this game. Like I tried to come back and everything like that, but he actually Metaltronus my freaking explosive monster right there, and he had a target for it. I was like, oh, that sucks. Max time I got hit, and he actually played the target for it. So, all in conclusion, man, I got cooked. So for everybody who says you can't play budget Yu-Gi-Oh, shut the F up. His deck's like dirt cheap. Everybody can play that deck with a decent amount of money. So you guys catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, round three. I got my ass kicked by my boy Tim using 10 pound, bro. Oh my God. Game one, I won. I went blind. Baguska didn't help. Game two, I just lost. Well, we went back and forth, but I lost. Game three, I made Baguska mid game pass. He top deck freaking Book of Eclipse. He's on the all board breaker bit. I'm like, oh my God. So, and I had a droll in hand. I'm like, bro, this droll is so ass. He told me I should have just went Dweller, so that way, if he top deck anything, he couldn't get his graveyard stuff out. But it's like, bro, that deck, I'm not used to 10 pile like that. Like, So right now he's 2-0. You whooped my ass, Brian. You whooped my ass. But yeah, good for him though. I'm just salty. So yeah. Ultimately, I would have won though when he ran his Skytracker engine to take my detonator game two. If I still had my Typhon on my extra deck, I could have used Razzle Trap, bring out Typhon on the target, and I would have been good. But because I'm testing out that new Utopia Ray, he requires a freaking spell card to bring out, and I'm just like, bro, if I had Typhon, I would have won because he would have targeted. Detonator. I would have chained, bring out Typhon, and I would have been in a good position. So what did I learn? What up, Connor? What did I learn? Keep Typhon in deck, and then on top of that shit, just yeah. I mean, Utopia Ray is good, but Typhon going back in for shit like that. Typhon's going back in. So I'm just gonna take my ass home because I got whooped today. Y'all stay tuned. Alright guys, back at home. Now it's tonight I'm editing this video, which is the same night. And yeah, I scrubbed. I scrubbed big time. But I ain't tripping because, shit happens. I have good players on my locals and I can't do good every week. That just goes to show you guys. A lot of people, they lose at locals. They get pissed off. They storm away and they rant. That's me, by the way. I rant all the time. I complain all the time. And guess what? I always tell people, do not take me getting pissed during our game personal. Do not. It is not directed towards anybody but myself. If I misplay, that's on me. And I'm very, very competitive. So when I lose, I get salty. It's in all of us. Let the salt soothe through your body and feel it. And feel it drying out your pores so that way you can go to locals and get rained on and win again. Because when you get rained... Bro, that shit sounded so sus, bro. Let me scale it back a little quick. Ain't nothing wrong with losing. You learn from your losses. Learn from your losses. As I was driving home today, I was thinking like, against Malice, why in the fuck did I literally, he swallows me. Why didn't I just go dual drive or detonator? Like he said, detonator probably would have been a better play pass. I literally should have just went detonator, let him draw a card, then talents, rip the card out of his hand, and I would have been good. Because he was going to bitch show me regardless. So I would have lost my moon with a bestial, but he would have got a draw. I still would have been able to rip one of his starters out of his hand and still control the game with detonator. Goofy, right? But wasn't thinking, and I made a misplay that I made previously in one of my older vlogs at the last regionals I went to when I played against my boy Connor. Nevertheless, it'd be like that, right? Then game two, I just bricked. So I'm like, whatever. And then against my boy Tim, round three, I just got cooked. Ain't nothing I can do about that in all honesty. Like, sometimes they just have good hands. Like, I kind of knew what he was playing. He's playing Tempai. Budget deck, by the way. Really cheap. For all you people who saying you can't play Yugioh on a budget, there's your proof. I'm pretty sure my boy's Tim deck list probably costs less than $50. Less than $80. I don't think Tempai is expensive at all. Especially his version where it's like no hand traps. Literally all board breakers. Book of Eclipse. Sky Striker engine. Literally board breakers for days. Cooking at locals every week. He goes like X1 consistently. And he does really good with that deck. He topped 8 at regionals with Tempais before he got hit. So he's a really expert with the deck. Shout out to him. Game one, I won because I knew he was on Tempai. Made Baguska pass. That slowed him down, but not really because he almost came back. Game two, I thought I was going to win Baguska pass, but he had the outs. And it was a grind game. He definitely deserved that win. I don't think we both misplayed. He just had it. Like when you have two good players playing against each other, sometimes the other person just plays better or they just had the outs. Ain't nothing you can do about that. And in game three, literally, one of them game two. No, was it game three or game two? He ended up top. No, it was game two. he had the Metatronus for my he plays Metatronus in his deck. And I think he mains Metatronus as well. And he X-Ton. He Metatron's my X-Ton. I'm like, crap, he has a target for X-Ton. I'm like, you're so good. I was like, okay, I guess. And then when I try to do some other stuff to it, when I made Baguska, he top deck freaking Book of Eclipse. And pretty much crapped in my field. So I'm one that I can do. I forgot, but I don't remember if the top deck was game 2 or game 3, but nevertheless, top deck is a top deck. I would have won game 2, like I said to you guys earlier inside the vlog, if I didn't take Typhon out of my deck. But also, or if I would have had a spell card in hand, I could have pitched a spell like a dead bonfire to bring out Utopic Ray on my opponent's turn, his turn, so that way when he try to Sky Striker snatch my monster to negate, I could have just chained that, brung out dude, and his thing would have fizzled out. But if I had Typhon, 9 times out of 10, people want to get rid of your detonator because that's the biggest threat. I could have just freaking when he's Widowmaker's target to negate that, I could have just easily chained this, bring out Typhon. Now you got to do with Typhon. And your card fizzles, which is the main thing, because that deck does a lot of stuff. And I'm like, I never really watched Tenpai go into so many different plays. I'm like, Tenpai's bro, don't sleep on Tenpai. That deck is so freaking good. Like, literally link climbing with the Promethean Princess package. On top of board breakers is freaking scary. And then also game 3 too, he went first, obviously. And he drew into the freaking, what's that one card? That pretty much skips the turn. You activate it, and then the name picture up on the screen though that says neither player can summon monsters for the turn. They can still set. So he played that card, set a card pass. I'm like, okay, my turn, draw, set, exit, set, nothing, pack. I couldn't combo. I had monsters. I didn't have no spell traps. Then he just started cooking. I'm like, well, hey, you drew your god card. You deserve to win. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I'm crying on the inside a little bit. Not really, but you guys get the point. So, as I come home, drink my legal THC by Delta Cannabis Water. You can probably find it at your local grocery stores if you guys live in a legal state like I do. I'm just saying this. Learn from your losses, guys, because I ain't gonna lie. Should have definitely probably cooked Malice game 1. Game 2, I would have bricked. Game 3, that would have been up in the air. But hey, like I said, you live and you learn. Iron sharpens iron, like I said in my previous videos. And I just got to get better with my deck, honestly. Making stupid misplays like that shouldn't happen, especially if I do plan on going to Houston, which I do plan on going. I just got to see what things are looking for me by April. Financially, obviously. Unless you guys want to donate and sponsor the trip, then by all means, we're guaranteed there. But realistically looking, I can't be making little mistakes like that, which I don't think I will. Sometimes shit happens. Get your misplays out at locals, so that way when you go to big events like regionals or YCS, it don't happen. So, with all that being said, changing my list back to normal. When I played against Blue Eyes, I don't think I need Meilong. Meilong's really good, but I don't think I need it. I just had it in my extra deck. Like, man, I really wish this was a Daigusto Emerald right now. Cause I took Daigusto Emerald out recently, and I didn't really care for it. Actually, I missed it a lot because it comes up a lot. And I also started missing my I took Rat's Body out 'cause I never made it, but I also started missing like I said, my Typhon. So we're gonna tinker with our list again just to see what we're gonna do. But yeah, man, post your thoughts and opinions about this vlog. Comment section down below. Like the video if you're new here. Want to subscribe more. Hopefully my second tournament this week will be better. It's your boy Rogue Hero, and I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in another video.